Good morning, you guys. Happy coffee time for all of my friends in the world on the other side of the screen in YouTube land. I'm super excited to be talking to you guys this morning. It's been an interesting couple of days. Some of you knows I've been processing some loads of heartache, which is heart activation. Never knew I could love so much, but I'm feeling frisky and fresh after letting go of all the pain. And now I'm here sharing some insights with you guys. What's the title of this share? This is about finding clarity, how to find clarity. Now then, I unplugged from mainstream media news source about 10 years ago, and I knew even leading up to that unplugging that I was just like, I can't do it. Like, I can't be fucking engaging with this all the time. And again, lots of toxicity in my life, lots of painful patterns, not just not how I imagined my life kind of turning out. And I realized that spending even 2 hours or sometimes more, but even those kind of like an hour or two after work, that those 2 hour windows of watching television just is like dead weight. It wasn't serving me. Bearing in mind I'd had these early awakenings at 19, 18, 19, and it didn't take long for me to settle into kind of working life and engaging with mainstream media to think like this is fucked. Like I do not want to be engaging with this information, right? And now this is how I see it. So how to find clarity, right? And I'm talking about clarity of mind because we know that our consciousness, our mind is ultimately creating the thought projection, which is the illusion that we're perceiving as our reality, right? So you got to be a little bit more clear about what you're thinking about. And the what do I want to say? I guess the genius of the television, it's that it has this way of just like pacifying us. So we just sort of like we numb out and energy, let that energy form affect our consciousness. So you imagine like we're watching that program being programmed and then reenacting the program because part of the program is that the world is separate from us and that we belong to it. It doesn't belong to us, if that makes sense, right? So it is a real reversal. It's a very dynamic, transformation or rather shift of perspective to start coming over to the side that you're the creator. So realizing that if we're watching certain programs on a loop, that we're having the potential to create that kind of energetic programming in our lives. So if we've been watching a lot of, say, romance movies that have like drama and cheating and all that kind of stuff, don't be surprised if you're recreating those sort of situations in your life via your friends, your family, or yourself. If you're watching violent news and TV, don't be surprised if there's divisive action and maybe aggressive conversations and perhaps even violence in your reality. That we're being imprinted by that energetic stream. It's not good or bad, right or wrong, it's just how it works. You could almost say if you're not going to think for yourself, they're going to think for you. Or you're going to create this kind of world that just thinks for you so that you don't have to take responsibility. You don't have to be a conscious chooser, right? You can just be a blind slave, do what you're told, buy the pretty things, and you don't have to think. So really the way I liken the mainstream media or anything we engage with, anything. This is me engaging with a stream of media. You know, when I'm watching or looking through my Facebook profile or Instagram or even if I'm listening to music, you want to know yourself so that you know how you resonate with everything you engage with. Cities, people, environments, like obviously the majority of us, I would say, yeah, all of us really, but I guess everyone has a preference, but all of us are going to just feel a little bit more calm and attuned when we're in nature, for example. All of us are probably going to be a little bit more calm and attuned if we're just calm and breathing deeply. And we in our culture we talk openly about like, oh, don't, this food is bad, that food is good, but we don't talk about the other layers or levels of consumption. You know, we don't want to. We don't want to acknowledge that next level, you know, creatorship status of our humanity. And so that's part of the denial. Also, energetically, part of our denial of wanting to take responsibility is part of why the external illusion story is being heightened. It's getting more intense. It's almost like that pressure is just gonna like squeeze people until they wake up through suffering and just extreme chaos and confusion ultimately. So the clarity, how to find clarity, my top tip is to stop watching TV, stop watching the news, stop buying trash mags, stop buying news, any news sources, stop watching the radio, or sorry, listening to the radio. Anything else? Shock docs, reality TV, whatever the fuck that means. Reality TV. This is reality TV, by the way, people. Ultra Love TV, which is just me in my bedroom. Whoop whoop. That's the life. It's a life for us, like, weird fucking, you know, new paradigmers. We don't know. We don't know how to do it that way. So it's this way or death, basically. Another round again. Anyway, I digress. Love you guys. Hope that was useful to you. Unplug from the mainstream media and be very careful for what you ingest. Your well-being and your joyful juice is reliant on your clarity of mind and your connection to your own heart and your ability to believe in your heart and your ability to really believe and shine your fucking light onto people in the world. And yourself. Shine the light for yourself. Find that clarity. Clarity is clear. Mainstream media news sources are not clear, really. Do you know why? Because this is something that I hooked into, like, super young. Was like, why aren't they fixing it? Like, if, like, all this war and violence, I'm a little girl being like, why aren't they fixing it? What's going on? And then suddenly they get to 10 years on, 20 years on, you're like, so what? You're just, this is just it? This is your, just more wars? We just have to accept that this world is war-torn and impoverished, but then some people got it all. We just have to kind of accept that. It's like, it hurts. Ow. Like, that's not gonna work for me. So then most of us on this whole spiritual awakening path, we fall into the shadows. That's like, it's like seeing yourself as this, like, lovely, awesome person, but then, like, the reality of your existence is passing out in alleyways and, you know, stuff like that. True story. Anyway, guys, I love you. I hope you have an awesome day. Sending you razor love beam clarity for your mind, for your heart, and just wishing you an awesome day so that you love your life and you love your heart. Love your heart. It's so beautiful. Speak to you guys real soon. Bye.